Your alarm is blaring. It's 8:30 a.m. on a Monday morning. Time to get started on your daily routine. Before you can reach for your toothbrush, you feel a sensation crawl slowly but powerfully over to your stomach. What is this sensation? Why is it bothering you? Why now? Doesn't it know that you have work to do, a life to live? You know that you have to get out of bed, but this sensation dictates otherwise, and instead of reaching for your toothbrush like you should, you reach for your bedside snack. What is hunger? Why do we feel it? Do other people react the same way as you?
According to the World Food Programme's website, WFP.org, last accessed on April 23, 2017, it is the largest humanitarian organization fighting hunger worldwide, delivering food assistance in emergencies and working with communities to improve nutrition and build resilience. In an ever-changing, polarizing political world filled with post-truth politics, WFP remains successful because it is a large organization which focuses on emergency assistance, relief, and rehab. It also focuses on food development aid in conflict-affected countries, where people are 3 times more likely to be undernourished than those living in countries without conflict.
To attempt to solve this gargantuan humanitarian crisis, we have designed a challenge to raise awareness for countries that are experiencing hunger, especially those that are going through wartime.
This challenge aims not only to change the current attitude about hunger, which is I'm not hungry so I don't have to worry about it, but also seeks to raise funds for the World Food Program so they can go into these underdeveloped countries and bring food for those hungry people.
After detailing the effects of hunger, painting a picture of what the world would be like without hunger, and explaining why it is such a pressing issue, we will provide an overview on the World Food Program and why it is unique among similar organizations. We will then outline our challenge and reflect on our activity.
Hunger is one of the most serious problems that have always existed. Defined by the Oxford Dictionary in 1971 as an uneasy or painful sensation caused by the want of food, craving appetite, as well as the exhausted condition caused by the want of food. According to 2016 World Hunger and Poverty Facts and Statistics by World Health Education Service, last updated December 28, 2016, the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization estimates that about 795 million people of 7.3 billion people in the world, or 1 in 9, were suffering from chronic undernourishment in 2014 to 2016. Almost all the hungry people, 780 million, live in undeveloped countries, which represent 12.9% or 1 in 8 of the population of all the countries in the world. The organization that inspired us to take action is World Food Program. World Food Program is a food assistance branch of the United Nations. According to its mission statement, last accessed November 2, 2013, it's the world's largest humanitarian organization, addressing hunger and promoting food security, as well as providing food assistance to roughly 80 million people in 75 countries each year. However, when one does not have to deal with hunger directly, it does not seem to be a serious issue to them. For people who live in developed countries such as the United States, hunger is just a kind of a negative emotion that one can easily get rid of.
The World Food Program is the best organization to support in the endeavor to fight world hunger. According to its website, last accessed on April 23, 2017, the World Food Program provides services to the entire humanitarian community, which includes passenger air transport through UN humanitarian aid, which flies to over 250 locations worldwide. It's funded entirely by voluntary donations. Last year, in 2016, they raised over $5.9 billion. It also has more than 19,000 employees worldwide, 90% of whom are employed in the countries where they provide assistance. Unlike its peers, the World Food Program is entirely non-profit and does not take advantage of relaxed financial regulations that many other so-called non-profits take advantage from. It also affects real change in real threatened environments. Since we have now identified the factors that make the World Food Program unique, we will now imagine a world without hunger so we can further discuss its events on the economy. According to an article last written on foreignpolicy.com, accessed on April 24, 2017, the potential effects of minimizing world hunger include more education, health, and clean water. The population would stabilize because people would know about their health and their bodies and what it means to give and nurture life. In addition, It would increase the quality of life for the world, increasing productivity and then leading to a more efficient world. A healthier population would be great for the world because more jobs would mean that more societies would be able to spend time working, creating jobs, and innovating rather than spending the majority of their time dependent on survival.
The process of the challenge today we're going to go through goes as follows. First, you're going to acquire a wiffle bat and a wiffle ball. If acquiring a wiffle bat is too hard for you, like it was for us, you can use any other sort of oblong sports object. So today we're going to be using Deeshant's lacrosse stick, and in doing so, instead of hitting a bat or hitting the ball with the bat, we're going to catch the ball with a lacrosse stick. Second, you're going to have your participant press their forehead to the object, press it to the ground, and then create a bond there, and then you're going to spin around it. This alone is going to create that sort of dizziness we're going for, but also the rubbing of the belly and patting of the head is going to add to that, because we want to get as close to the physical feelings of hunger that we can, and even though we can't get exactly there, the combination of these two things are going to bring us close so you can get a good sort of look at how that feeling is. Third, we're going to have the subject, in this case, the person completing the challenge, they're going to spin around the object 5 times. And this is really going to drive home that dizziness factor. And they're going to, while they spin, they're going to maintain the rubbing and the patting, which means your body is going to be going through not only the spinning around the pole, but also the rubbing of your belly and the patting of your head, which gives you 3 different types of motion that your body's going to be going through while you're doing this. This helps create the dizziness and the multitasking we talked about before, where not only is your body being forced to do multiple things, but there are 3 sort of things where you alone, they're not that challenging for you, but combined, we can sort of see how tough it is for someone to go about their daily life when they're experiencing this hunger and that disorientation sort of hand in hand with hunger. Finally, you're going to come up from your 5 reps of spinning, and you're going to be tossed the ball, and depending on whether you're holding a wiffle bat or a lacrosse stick, you're going to either catch it or hit it. And this moment itself is the true challenge, as we will see whether or not under the conditions of disorientation you are able to make contact with the ball, whether you be catching it or hitting it.
The challenge does not necessarily allow us to put ourselves in the shoes of those who experience hunger, but effectively gives us a glimpse on how disorientation leads to simple tasks becoming more difficult. Having a wiffle ball or catching with a lacrosse stick may be considered a simple task, but once some effects of hunger are introduced, we see its difficulty increase. Imagine having to go about all of our daily tasks in this manner, with this level of disorientation and difficulty. Failure to catch or hit the ball shows a failure to complete tasks under the conditions of hunger. This is the actual challenge aspect, and missing means donation. Imagine living daily life in this state of orientation and how much we take the lack of difficulty many take for granted. Coming up short in this challenge means that we have to donate $10 to WFP.org.
World Food Program Challenge. Badass! In this sport, there's not much you can plan for. It's pretty crazy. I just want to thank God, my wife, my kids, my parents for putting me on this earth. I want to thank my coach Deron for helping me through all these difficult times, and you can bet there's going to be a readjustment in my training strategy because next year I'm coming for the championship.
And you're gonna donate.
And yeah, now my proceeds are gonna go. My signing bonus of $10 million going straight to the World Food Program. Yeah, good to see that my lack of skills will be feeding children in conflicted areas. No! 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 No!